Hello Gunpla fans, today it's Speedball Haro and today I'm doing my first of several Leo based reviews, and today's review of course is on, as you can see, the Leo NPD, and this one of course was from Gundam Build Divers, yet was seen more in Re-Rise. Alright, and today of course is brought to you by Mountain Dew by Flash. Um, eh, I couldn't resist that one. No, but seriously, today we're going to be checking out this Leo Grunt out of the many I have working on right now. And this one is definitely a fun one to do because this is just a simple Leo to build, and it is fun for all the customizations you can do with this kit because of all the accessories he comes with. Starting with, of course, as you can already see right now, is his new body. Right here, starting with the shoulder armor right there. And on both sides. And of course, these are interchangeable, just like the regular Leo's armor and such, and can be used with other Leos, in case you were curious. Oh, and a fun little fact that I noticed with the NPD Leo's kit and the actual anime version coloring of this guy is the actual kit is not actually color accurate to the anime's colors. And I'll show you what I mean in a set right now. Because I noticed something was a little off on the plastic, so I wanted to double check something, and I was correct. As you can see here in the manual, the NPD Leo is actually supposed to be more of a gunmetal gray in most of the areas, including the joints and such, and all where pretty much where all the brown parts would be from the regular Leo. They're all supposed to be gunmetal gray and such, and other shades of gray for most of the regular body as well. But as you can see, the actual kit, however, is not. As you can see, it's got that more of that purplish gray, and the feet are the same exact coloring as that of the standard Leo itself. So yeah, if you were gonna get this guy and you wanted him accurate, you would have to do some paint work, in case you were wondering. I just wanted to make sure everyone knows that and such like that. Oh, and a fun little detailing fact I did that I can tell you is for the NBD Leo's visor parts you get with these guys. They're all clear because, as you can see right now, mine's right here is blue, but that's because I painted the inside of the visor blue to match up with the actual eyes you see normally with him. Because, as you can see right here on his sticker sheet, which is very simple, they're literally just eye parts. That is one fun fact about this kit. There's no other correcting stickers. It's just eyes, literally. And they're in 3 shades of colors: the standard blue, attack red, and this yellow, which I don't remember if he ever actually utilized this color at all in the animes, but maybe I missed it. However, and of course these all go on all the NPD Leo's heads minus one, and that would be this one. As you can see, this is the only head that doesn't actually come with a visor. Yeah, simple. And of course, this is the normal standard NPD head that you would normally see on these guys, because another detailing fact you should know is that none of the NBPD Leo's heads have like a specific name. Like, if you were curious if they had, each name was classified as something specific, like long range, marine, attack, space, anything, like that for these heads. No, none of them have an actual specific head. They're not clarified by what they are. They're just all NPD Leo heads, literally. But I will say, though, even on the wiki page, this head, as I just showed you, is the only head they actually mention as, not a joke, a Magwin hack like head. Literally, this is actually on the wikis page for this head, and that's why, including myself and many others, most people just call this one the Mogwanak head because it literally looks like that. So yeah, fun detail, and of course, as I was mentioning, this guy can use all the same parts, is interchangeable with the regular Leos. He still has all the same joint mechanisms. And as you can see, if you pull too hard, he will pop. But you do, of course, get all the same articulation points as he would normally have, including this very loose waist right here, because it does move all the way around. And of course, if you attach it on, it'll only move so far. And of course, the legs do have full articulation as the standard does. Goes so far, can bend out that far. And just like the regular Leo, unless it's just me, does have full feet articulation. And of course, the skirt parts right here tend to pop around and such. The only major difference to the body now is, of course, this upper chest section here and the actual backpack accommodation, because the normal Leos don't normally have backpacks except for their flight and space pack types. But the cool fact about this backpack is, if I can get this off real quick, these come with extra ports on the back, because as you can see, there's already a port here on the side on both. And these three here, which will now accommodate any additional, attachments of any kind that would fit the holes. So if you had like extra boosters, extra weapon holsters, wings, anything you wanted to put there, you can, because of this extra port section right here. And of course, it's easily covered up if you don't want, and such like that. So yes, and head articulation is the same as you would expect for any normal head. Now, one little detail I must mention too is, if you were wondering, no, you cannot actually use the standard Leo head with this torso section. Unfortunately, because of how this part right here is designed, the actual head of the Leo can't properly attach to this section. I've tried just for fun and didn't work. Though they are, but the one cool fact about this kit, of course, if you just didn't want this upper section at all, you do, however, get all the parts to make the regular Leo as well. And, well, this color scheme, which is pretty cool, actually, because it now gives the Leo another color variation. Pretty cool. And it's same color inner framing parts as the standard Leo. So it's pretty cool. Now, the visor you see here, there you go, that you see here is yellow, though normally it would be clear, just like the other heads that I will show you. But this one I swapped out because I required the clear one for a different kit. So I used a spare Leo I had for parts, and I just gave it the yellow. But a cool detailing custom fact you might like is, if you really want this cool look for the visor piece in there for your Leo, is if you take one of your sticker sheets and you just see where the silver foil section is, and as long as it's big enough, if you cut out a section of that, you can actually put it behind the lens part here, and when the light reflects it, it'll give it that reflective look. If you've never tried that before, it's a simple little custom I learned along the way a while back, so I figured, why not mention it now, right? Now, of course, as I mentioned, the NPD Leo has many different versions to work with and such, with all the heads and other accessories he has, which I will show all of them. And of course, this one is just a simple variant to do. All you need is the Leo standard machine gun, which he does come with in this kit. Same exact setup. The only difference now is the color is more brown than the standard gray. So yes, and of course the hands are the same, so yes, it will accommodate the weapon with no problem. So he holds it with no problems. So that's fun. Now, the main, of course, as I mentioned, the main build gimmick, because that's what most of these kids always had for these were always where it came with a special gimmick, weapon, or however. The NPD Leo's gimmick, of course, is minus the mentioned heads, is the extra shoulder pads you get for this guy. Yeah, that's pretty much all he has in this kit. But that's not bad because as I mentioned, the Leo swappability, you can change them out with any of the other high grade Leos. So that's pretty cool. In fact, I'm going to show you them right now. And here is the second variation of the NPD Leo. This is, well, like I mentioned, there's no uh, specific name to it, but this is the dual visor variation, where, as you can see, his visor is split in two, and he utilizes these shoulder armors. Still the same, everything else. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Of course, articulation's still the same. The only cool fact is the visor look to it. Gives that really cool, and if you paint the clear part like I mentioned, it looks pretty cool that way. It just looks nice. And now I will show you the third variation to it. And here is the third variation. Now they all have very interesting visor setups and really nice shoulder gimmicks that you can really have fun with multiple Leos, as I've mentioned. I mean, fully articulated the same way as all the others. Still can do the same 360 for the heads. And like I said, the visor lens setup is pretty cool when you paint it, like I said. So yeah, like I said before, not much different. Pretty cool. Do love these extra swappable parts you can mix and match and have some fun with. So yeah, that's really good. And of course, you can use all the original Leo components too to make a custom variant, which I will show right now. And this is the final, and I think in a sense most iconic of the heads, because as I mentioned, this is the only one they have somewhat officially named the Magwanak Leo head. Still same articulation. Pretty cool. But honestly, like I've said, this head is probably better off on a Magwanak body due to that design of how he looks. And honestly, that's probably what I'm going to do with this head, honestly, is take it and customize with a Magwanak body, because I think that would make a really cool command type version. And of course, as you can see, the Leo comes with both his sabers and beam effects, so if you were wondering. And his notorious shield, of course. Fully articulated as ever. Do everything it's always done. So yeah, it's pretty much the standard setup. Like I said, all can do everything what it's always done. And like I said, these extra parts are fun, and you can definitely have a lot of fun customizing other Leos with. Or if you wanted, you could just take the head components themselves and keep whatever ones you wanted for the NPD kit and use the other ones towards other customs you can do. Just because of how unique their heads are and such, you could definitely have some fun making some new grunts out of them. Just an idea to throw out there. But before I forget, let me show you guys the standard Leo out of this, so you have an idea of its full color. And as I mentioned, here is the standard high grade after colony style NPD colored Leo. So yes, this is pretty nice actually to see a new color variation to the Leo. And of course, same articulation point, where, as in this case, the head doesn't have any. Funny. But still, you know, it's definitely looks nice. It'll look great with other Leos, of course. Same setup, same ports, everything the same. And of course, being that now you, of course, have a spare Leo, I think this is one of the main purposes they released this Leo, is because now you have an extra Leo you can add extra Leo weapons to. Because for those who are not aware, all the current P Bandai Leo high grades we have all come with a lot of weapons. I'm not gonna lie, they do. They come with a good number each, and not all of them are going to fit on each kit that comes with them. You're going to need an extra Leo or two to display to show off all the weapons. And luckily, this guy is an extra, technically. Because it even mentions in the wiki pages and all that he's supposed to have the Dober gun and other weapons that the Leo is normally utilizing. So there you go. Definitely fun fact. And now I can show you fully, now that the standard Leo is here, what exactly are the build custom parts you get, so that way you can see them separately. Let's move this guy back for a second. So this way you guys can check out all the parts together. Oh, and before I forget, you do of course get the second side of the standard Leo. Hold on. Shoulder armor as well, just in case, if you were concerned. And now you do. So to simplify it, you get 3. There you go. You get 3 sets of custom NPD shoulder armors, and of course the upper torso, head, backpack, and 4 heads in total. And that is the full NPD build custom gimmick to the NPD Leo, if you were wondering, in total. So yes, this was a fun kit to do. Definitely got a lot of possible customizations you can do with it. And being that it is Leo compatible, you can definitely take a good number of those armor parts and just put them on other Leo kits that you have. Just a couple, even if you just pick up a couple standard Leos and you just, paint them up, there you go. Got some new armor. And of course, as I mentioned, you can use all these other heads for other customs with Leos as well. Or what I would suggest, honestly, is if you didn't want to do Leo variations with these heads, you could probably make a couple cool just grunt suits if you have a couple lying around. Just have some fun. Because like I said, this one would make a great Mogwanet custom, and the other ones would be pretty interesting ones too to go with whatever line of garnt you want to make with it. So there's that. And so that's pretty much about it today with this guy. And of course, you will see this one, of course, in my other Leo vids I'm going to be doing, because I'm going to be using him to help me display with other accessories I will have. So yes, that is all for today. I'd like to thank you all for coming. And and of course, before I honestly forget this, do I recommend the Leo NPD Grunt for your Leo collections or just standard Grunt collection? I would say yes. It's a simple Leo. You got plenty of fun custom ideas you can work with. And if you're just wanting something to just take parts from and make a bunch of customs out of, you've got plenty to work with this kit to start with. So yes, I would definitely recommend it to anyone. And if you're a Leo fan, yes, because you will have plenty of weapons to work with and to want to share about and such like that. So yeah, I would totally recommend him for fun and such like that. And now I will say I hope everyone is okay. And after that, and of course, I will be hopefully soon doing my next video on the Leo full weapon set. Show you guys, if you're interested in that. That should be my next video in my Leo reviews. And I just say thank you all for coming.